Am I the asshole for not helping my parent when they are homeless? Quick answer, yes. But that seems like a bait title that will willingly put you on the opposite side of what you're expecting to answer. My parents are terrible with money. When I, 27 female, was little, my father gambled away all the saving, about 100k in risky penny stock, which got wiped out in 2008. We were forced to move into a single bedroom in a house for the three of us. Ooh, ow. Like, there's worse situation, but I understand. Then my mom fell for an MLM. Don't fall for MLM. Like, I'll say it like that. They will promise you money, easy money for not too many work if you can build yourself a team. But like, that team will have to build themselves a team, and then their team will have to build themselves a team. Like, if you ever consider going into an MLM, there's a super good episode of Last Week Tonight on the concept of MLM. I've been into 2 MLM in my life. I made that mistake twice. I've been able to go in one of them to do about $2,000 a month, and I scrapped that all because I didn't like that. And I'll say it like this, okay? To be able to make it work, you have to work like a madman for months. And then you have to convince other people under you that if they work like madmen for months, they will be able to be where you are at. And you're still working like a crazy man, because like most of what you do at that moment when you start having your small team is still you doing most of the work to be able to like cash in something decent at the end of the month. Don't do that. Like, that hustle culture is basically, how to say, it's eating people and vomiting them as quick as it ate them. And the whole concept behind it is that you're going into your circle of friends that trust you, that believe in you, and you make them join that cult. And everybody at the end like feels like they got stolen from. So, how to say, don't do that. Don't do that. It's absurd. Then my mom fell for an MLM, and you can imagine what happened. They lost the down payment to the house, and they were saving for. I begged them not to sign up for it since I saw it was clearly a scam and showed them evidence it was, and they just laughed at me and ignored. Okay, so like that's good sign that they are making bad decision. Oh, exactly. Like the last time I got stuck into an MLM, it was from someone that I didn't heard about for more than 12 years. Just seeing that should have been a good message to me that it was weird. They lost about 28k from that. Then recently they fall for a college sign-up scam and lost 32k. They weren't signing up for college. They just needed a loan and tried to go through a private broker who promised them to get a school loan that they would use to whatever they wanted. It's not what private loans are made, like school loans are made for. I went with them to see the broker and told them it was a scam, and they ignored me. So basically they were trying to scam the government and got scammed instead. I actually tried to pry the pen away from my father's hands and got desperate as he was writing down his bank info and SSN, and he screamed at me. I was embarrassing him and did it anyway. How do you bring your child into something like this? Get told 3 or 4 times that it's gonna be wrong. Have someone trying to fight to take the pen off from you. Again, they lost money. And now they are homeless because their credit is crap and they can barely afford even crappy apartment. They probably can't get that money back since they have little documentation on the broker and what he promised. Now they live in their car and are begging me for money. I have about 100k saved waiting to buy a house, and they know about it because I stupidly told them I was saving for a house. Now they are calling me and showing up at my apartment asking for money. They also want to move in the meantime, but my roommate and I agreed visitation from friends and family is max a week to prevent resentment. And if my parents move in, they probably will refuse to move out. They are going to food pantries, and honestly, I can't find it in myself to be that sympathetic since they don't listen to me until they need my money. It's very harsh as a situation, but once again, I'll reiterate what I've said often again in the past, okay? Your child don't owe you because they're born. You owe them. So, in a situation like this one, if OP knows anyway they're just gonna scrap that money, I'll ask exactly what every boomer would ask in that situation, and I'm sorry, my boomer will show up. Why don't they get a job? Why don't they just like, without the need of renting, without the need of a loan, why don't they get a job? Why don't they just pay for their rent and hope they will not be able to have any retirement at that point? They fudge up their retirement a while ago, but at least to be able to survive. And like, I'll say not the asshole, but I get that some people that have the family very high in their value will be like, no, you should help. Not the asshole. Do not give them money. You know exactly what's going on. You know what will happen. You have to write 3 solid paragraphs to get through the bad decision. Yeah, exactly. Like, OP knows, but sadly, yeah, I'll fight for that. Like, at that point, very, very sad. So, no money, and since you have a roommate and you have an agreement on not letting them live with you, don't let them live with you. Personally, if I was in that situation, I know what I would do. I would probably, like, that's personal. You don't have to do that. Like, you don't owe them shit. I just know where my values are, and what I would do would probably be just to, like, take 5K, rent them a small, by their name, not by mine, rent them a small apartment, put the 5K ahead, just so that like the apartment is paid for 3 months, leave the rest of the money so that they are able to buy themselves food and the need they need to be able to go back to work and live their life, and make sure with them that I clarify that this will never happen again. I would not leave them into pure crap, but I would not put them in a situation where they could hurt me. That 5K I can redo. Like, or if you want to make that a loan to them, you could also make that a loan to them. But if that's the case, you will need to make that notoriated. So, yeah. This situation is no fun. I would...
We are receiving.
I have a hard time here. Hey, Bethan, I have a good news for you, my wonderful. I added you to my auto host list. So now, dear, when you go onto stream, and I'm not, there's a chance that my stream will show yours for a little while. How's it going, wonderful? How's the family? I've heard lately that you are trying to get to a certain sub count to change the hair color of one of them. Is that what, like, did I miss it? Is it your own hair? Or is it one of your I would say shrimp, but they're not shrimp anymore. They are full-grown scampies. What do I say, scampies? They are full-grown amar. I don't remember how to say that in English. Please, someone help me. Big crustacean. Crabs. No, not crabs. Bigger. Lobsters. So do you plan on changing the air of one of your lobsters? Thank you, Faras. By the way, Faras, you love philosophy. I will read. Dude, you got the best class ever today. You absolutely loved your philosophy class. We were talking about a philosophical subject, and you were dotting about the question and stuck the teacher for a good 10 minutes. And at the end of the class, he hadn't done half the class program. Oh, your point is, I've been in weasels to my fellow teacher, and I'm like, I loved it.